Okay, so that's the intro of Heart of Gold by Neil Young. So let's look at that first thing. We got an E minor 7 chord. We're going to have the 2 and 2 from a regular E minor. We're going to add this pinky down here in the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. We're going to start with the bass note, and then we're going to have 6 strums, all down strums on that chord. Okay, so that's the first thing. Then we're going to go to a D chord. We're going to go D twice, back to a regular E minor. So all together we got 3, 4. Okay, one more time. 3, 4. Then we have this little riff. That's O to 2 on the A string and O to 2 on the D string. And I suggest using these 2 fingers because then you can get back in your E minor 7 chord, because this riff is going to go twice in the very intro. So. Here it doesn't matter which fingers you do that little riff, because we're going to do a regular E minor moving into the next thing. So this next chord progression, E minor to C and D to G, is going to be like kind of one of your main progressions in the song. It's going to happen like 3 times in a row here. So we're going to go basically 2 beats each also. So. Go back to that intro riff just one time. Okay, so that is all of the intro. Now we get into the verse. We're going to do that same E minor C, D to G progression with one added little twist at the end. So we can do that little moving bass there from that G bass. Pick up that first finger up to the big string. And you can still kind of strum the rest of the notes of the chord. Okay, so we did the 3 times of that for the verse. Then we're going to go. So you can do that just C, 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 G. But you could put a little kind of walking thing in there if you want to. I can't remember if he really does or not, so it's not very important. But that chorus part that we did, we had E minor, G, and then hits on C. Back to E minor. G, hits on C. Okay, so that was the chorus. That was a double chorus right there. So then we get back into riff 2, that main progression, E minor C. And then D to the little G with the walk down to the F sharp. So we're gonna do this 3 times again. That's another like harmonious solo there. Now we're going to go back to the very first riff. Only that one time. That leads into the next verse. So the next verse is going to be. Now we got our chorus. E minor G, C hits, and then again chorus, E minor, G, C hits, now back to that progression again. Back to the very first riff. Only once. Back to a last chorus. C hits. all over. So let's go through each part of those, and I'll kind of slow them down so you can play along a little bit easier. So let's look at the intro. Once again, we have an E minor 7, so that's open, 2, 2, open, 3, open. And we're going to hit the bass note first, and then 6 strums. So let's give it an easy tempo there. 2, 3, and... Okay, one more time on that. 3, 4. And then our next part, we're going to go. So that's kind of a lot there. Check it out. That's D twice to regular E minor, and then this hammer on there, and then pick those 2 on the D string. So we're going to go from this part. 3, 4. And it's important to use those fingers once again so you can get back into your chord. So let's try that D again. 3, 4. Now let's try the whole riff one more time. 3, 4. And again. Okay, and then we're going to get into our E minor to C, D to G. So let's try that. We're going to do that 3 times in a row. Here we go. 3, 4. Okay, back to the first part. 3, 4. And it's only once that time. Then we're going to get into those other chords again, where we're going to have that little extra thing at the end with that F sharp bass. If you want to make it real simple, you just could go like... And you can spice up these chords instead of just like the 2 beats, you know, so kind of has a little more drive, I think. This thing always goes like 3 times. Now we're going to look at this chorus, which is straight E minor, G, and then C hits. Let's try all that at an easy tempo. So E minor to G, and then hits on the C. So 2, 3, 4. G, C hits. Let's do that again, and C hits. Okay, so that's the main, all the parts of the song. So the arrangement would go, once you get to that double chorus, you have riff 2 3 times. That's our main chords here. So you do that 3 times, then you go back to the very initial riff of the song. Only that one time. Then you're going to be back into that previous one. It's a verse this time. And once again, that goes 3 times. Then we'll be back to this chorus, which is E minor to G with the C hits. 3, 4. And then again. So the first 2 times that you play the chorus in the song, they will be double choruses. But the very last one at the end of the song is only 1 chorus by itself. So where we are now is we're moving into this progression again, 3 times. So let's say we did that 3 times. Now we're going back to the very first riff, but this time we're going to do the very first intro riff 3 times before the very last single chorus. So... go. Please like and subscribe. Neil Young, Heart of Gold, great song, like all his other songs. And we shall see you soon. Thanks a lot.